Okay, last class we started web designing. So under web designing, we have studied some of the elements for paragraph element, heading elements, and HTML body and title. Those things we learn, right? So last we created a web page, right? So using those elements, right? So I'll show you. Right. This is the web page we have created. So with this coding, the output we got something like I'll show that. Yeah, I think we have not studied this one, right? So up to this is import goods. So all these things we have not studied, right? But up to this one we have studied, right? So anyway, today also we are going to create a new web page, right? Using the already learned tags, and already learned tags are important tags, and it should be there. Without those tags, we can't create any web page. So something like HTML head or body tags, we can't create any website without these tags. So that is a basic one, right? So with all these things, today also we are going to create a web page, and in addition we learn some new tags, right? So before going to the lesson, I would like to introduce a helpline, right? That means there is a website called, right? So website W3 school, right? W3 school. So that means a World Wide Web. Already we learned what is a www World Wide Web. So to create that web, we need different languages, right? Last class we see that in presentation we see all these things. Here also, this is a website. It's a help website, actually an academic website. You have all the things, whatever the elements, whatever the things, all these things are available here. You can use it with example, with practice, and everything is here, right? So anyone interested, you can go to this website and you can learn on your own, right? For example, here HTML. So if you want to learn, you can go to the learn. Our video tutor is there, reference is there, right? Or even you can get certified. You can get a professional certificates there, right? So here they have some editor, right? You can edit it. Something like HTML. Here another one, CSS, cascading style. Again, JavaScript, Python, SQL, right? PHP, JSQL, whatever languages, all the languages are available here. You can click and you can have a look on their help, and you can use it. Here, for example, you can use it like this. This is a front-end editor. You can, if you type it there, then if you run it, then you will get the output there. Very easy, right? You don't need any application. You don't need to install anything. You can, through the online, you can practice it. Whatever the way you want, you can do it, right? So that is a advantage for you. You can learn on your own. Lab3 school. So here, this is the one we are learning today. So learning from last class also, right? HTML. So under that, I will touch this one also. That will be easier for you, right? Yeah, then we will have a common understanding on what is the HTML tutorial, what are the elements are here, right? So here these are, they have shown you a sample. We already learned that HTML head, title, body tag, and HTML. Then they have given some examples, right? So even exercises there. Now you can know that what is I have to do it here. What should I be to do it here, right? Paragraph, right? About W3 school. right? So W3 School is a web developer site. So here what will be the, you can add, right? That is a example, right? Likewise, you can get all these stuffs, right? Even quiz is there, you can try it. So there's a big reference, right? You can go through. Right, one by one we will go, right? Okay, that is home. Then I want to HTML. We learned that it's a stand for hypertext markup language, right? That is a describe the structure of the web page and consists of series of elements. That is the main component of a HTML document. We have the element, right? So that the element tell the browser how to display the content. Because if you created a Word document, then you will open that document in Microsoft Word. Here, if you create a HTML document, it has to be open with the browser, right? Then you can open with the browser. Then browser needs instructions how to display the Word document, and this is a different, because Word document you can see what you're going to get it, right? In that same application, same wherever you work, you can get it, whatever the output you are going to get it. But here the case is different. You can type the command, right? But the output is different. So you have to check the output, right? Then and there you have to check the output. So when you check the output, browser should understand whatever the command you are giving, right? So here we call it as elements. So whatever the elements, the browser should understand, right? HTML elements label piece of content such as this is heading, this is paragraph, or whatever it is. The element within what will be the elements? We never use it alone. With that element, we will have some text, right? So this is a simple document they have shown you. Anyway, we have already created, right? You know that what is a H1, what is title, and here this header, and what is body and HTML. All these basic things already we learned, right? When you come here, explain it, right? Example. Head is a root element of HTML page, right? HTML. The HTML element is the root element. Without that element, we can't create anything. Then head element, it's meta information about the HTML page. Meta information means, right? Head element does not have anything could be displayed within the body of the browser, right? Normally, it doesn't have anything to display within your body of the browser, right? Sometimes it may be here. For example, here you have the introduction to HTML. This is the title, right? Sorry, title, which is inside the head tag, head element, right? Then title, right? Title for HTML page, right? Which shown in the browser's title bar, this one, right? Introduction to HTML. Then the body, this is the document's body and is contained for all visible content, such as heading, paragraph, all visible. That is, I told you that within the body of the browser. So whatever you need to display in the body of the browser, you have to put inside the body tag, body element. Then H1 tag, the large heading, then paragraph tag, P tag defines the paragraph, right? What are elements, right? Is defined by a start tag, some contents, and then end tag. Both two are tags. This is tag, this is tag. Altogether, we call it as element. For example, this is H1 starting, right? Starting tag. This is ending tag, right? This is an element. Altogether, this is an element, right? That's what the difference comes, right? This is tag. This is also tag, a start tag, end tag. In between, we will have some text. Then altogether, we call it as element, right? So here, element content, end tag, they have given an example. So web browser, how it's going to be displayed here. When you come to the structure of a page, this is the one, right? Last class also we see that, right? So we have to have some HTML element, then it should be ended here. Then we will have a head tag and ended here. Within the head tag, we may have title tag, then come to the body tag. Here is the body tag starting, then it should be ended here. Before closing the HTML tag, we have to close the body tag. Then within the body tag, we can have anything. For example, they show you heading tag, paragraph tag, right? Not only that one, but other things you can do, right? Okay, these are the history of the web HTML, right? When you come to the editor, right? Editing, last class I told you that we are using Notepad. Notepad, it's a normal one. So there are few other applications, for example, text edit, Mac, if it's a Mac computer, text edit. So some other editors also there, right? When you save it, you must give this HTML, right? Earlier they have HTML or HTML, right? You should give that extension. Normally we don't give the extension for the Word, Excel, PowerPoint file. It automatically gives by the application. Here, of course, we are using the not a particular HTML editor, right? So that is our normal text editor. So we have to give the extension, right? So that is a compulsory, right? After saving, if you double click it, it's come here, right? It's come here. If you want to edit one, right? Normally, when you are doing other application, if you want to edit, you can double click and you can edit it. Here you can't do it double click. If you double click, it will go to the browser. Now you don't have the editing option here. Then how can you edit it, right? So if you want to edit one, right, what you have to do is you have to right click, then go to open with, then you have to select the whatever the application. Of course, here we have the Notepad. Then only you will get this coding. Otherwise, you won't get this coding. It will go to where? It will go to the browser, right? So you must understand that, right? Here, if you want to edit, then you have to go to the text editor. Then only you can get that one. That's what they are saying here, right? Then online also you can edit from this site, right? That is I don't want to explain it. So if you go here, try it yourself. Here, this site you can type it. This site you have the output, right? If you change something, right? This is right. First web page, right? Then if you run it, it will automatically changes. This is a title, so it won't show it here. It is on the title of the browser. So let's say here, right? My first web page, right? Now, if you click it here, run, here, this is the one, right? So that is the online editor, sorry, right? Online editor. Then if you go to the next one, here HTML basics, that is the one we already now discussed, right? Head one, okay. Paragraph tag, okay. This is, what is this one? HTML link, right? So we use anchor tag, right? We call this a anchor tag, or right, element, right? So anchor tag, what is the use of this one? To link to another web page or another place in this same document, right? So that is, we call it as anchor tag, right? Right. To have an understanding on this, right? Let's I'm going here, then we will create a site. Here, this is the link. So here, this is our code, right? Output is something like this. Then in your browser, if you click this one, it will go to that web page. Here, go to that web page. That is the output of this command. Right? Let's say I want to link to IHRA website. So if I put it like this, then your page will be displayed. Right. So we will start today's exercise. Right. So go to open your notepad. Right. Notepad. Then open a new file. Right. So we will type it right as earlier. What we needed, first thing, HTML tag we needed. HTML element we have to start. So it should be ended. So this is my advice. If you end the tag then and there, you won't miss it. Otherwise, you will miss it, right? Then here I need a under the HTML, I need a what is that? Head tag, right? Head element I needed. Under the head element, I have to close this one also, head element, right? Then I need a body, right? Body tag, right? This is a basic element of any website, any web page, right? So you have to have it, right? So this is body, starting tag, closing tag. Then under this heading tag, right? Under the head tag, what is that one, right? If you need a title, then we can put a title, right? Let's say my second exercise, right? Exercise in web, right? So I'm going to close it here, right? Let's say title. Even if you make any mistake in this spelling, it won't accept, right? It will, you can save it, but when you go to browser, it will give you some error messages, or sometimes it won't give you the proper display, right? So you have to check it, right? Under the body, I'm going to put a heading, right? So it's a big heading needed. I can put it as a H1, right? So here, my second lesson on web designing. Okay. So I have to close it. So H1 tag, close it. Right. Then I want to put a paragraph tag. So let's say paragraph, right? So under the paragraph, you can type whatever the things you want, right? Say, right? HTML is a hypertext markup language, right? Used to create websites, a website using any text editor or any professional web page editor, right? So this is my paragraph. So I didn't close it, right? I didn't close it, keep it there, right? So my body tag is okay. Right now my structure is okay. If it is a simple website, my structure is okay. Let's we have this website, then we will improve one by one. So first thing I have to save it. So I can go to the file. Is it visible? No, right? Okay, I can go to the file. Then you can go to save as. Now, what is the main thing? As I told you, what is the main thing? You have to remember, right? I'm going to save it under this folder, so it will be easy, right? For web pages, you try to save it under separate folder. So because we are going to use images and everything, right? So if it is images, we have to give the link. So for that one, you have to keep all these things in a separate file. That will be easy. So this is my second file. So let's say my second page, right? I put a file name as my second page, right? So what you have to do, dot html. This is an important thing. Dot html you have to give. Now I save, right? Now I am going to my folder here. Here this my folder is there. Under my folder, my saved page is there. So if I double click it, it will go to the browser, right? It came to browser and displayed something like this is the output of that web page, right? My second lesson on web design, right? Okay. Before this one, right, I would like to put a heading. I would like to put a heading, right? Saying web designing session 2, right? Web designing session 2, right? So another heading needed. Let's say here, I'll put it that that will be the main, right? H1. HTML lesson 2, right? This is going to be my bigger heading, right? So under that, I'll make this as H2, right? Let's see what will be the output, right? I'm going to change it as H2. So you can use H1, H2, H3, up to H6, you can use it. So I will save it. This time, you don't need to go to your folder. Directly, you can go to the browser. Then you can refresh it here, reload. Now you can see this is the output. Okay. Then let's say you want to center it. You want to center your heading. How can you do it? Right? How can you center that one? So centering, right? For the paragraph tag, we have an option to center it, right? So aligning center, as we did in the, where is my page? Gone. First page. Okay. Anyway, I'll open it again. Right here, right? So I want to center it. So what I can do is, right? I can put this heading element inside the paragraph element. That is also possible because heading element doesn't have a center. So paragraph element have a center. For example, for this one, right? Let's say I'm going to put it as align equal center, right? Let's see what will happen, right? So there is no closing tag, right? Yeah.
I can't see your screen, sir. Only the. Okay. Now can see.
Okay. Here you are typing after paragraph tag. You can type it as align, right? Align center. I will make it as a little bit bigger font. Right. Here align center, right? So when you save this one, right? Save. I am going to the output, right? Is that why it won't come? Right? Because if it is a small spelling mistake, you can't get that one, right? Let's say here it should be, I think, center, right? CENTER, that is a way, right? Okay, Control S. I saved it. Let's see the output here. Now it's center, right? So that's the paragraph center. Now my intention is not to center the paragraph. I would like to center the heading, right? Right. So we'll go back to the editor. Right. Okay. I don't want the here, right? So for to show you, I put it here. This is okay. Just put a paragraph. But this heading, I need it as center. So I will put a paragraph tag, align, right? Equal center. When you put any attribute, right? Attribute. This is a paragraph. This is a tag, right? Paragraph is a tag, right? So under paragraph tag, this align is an attribute, right? Align is an attribute. So if you start at an attribute, there should be equal sign. There should be the whatever the component should be within inverted comma. Even if it is a number also, you have to put it within inverted comma, right? That is a compulsory requirement. So how you use the element like this, element and attributes. So this is attributes. So what are attributes? Attributes are extending the facilities of the elements, right? If it is alone, is the paragraph is there, we can't center it. So we need another component, that is a attribute. So with that attribute, we are more expanding the facility of that tag features, right? Whatever the feature, right? Right. So I am going to now, let's say, listen. Now you can notice another error comes here, right? So here, yes, I saved it. Let's go to this one, right? Why it won't come, right? We have to check. Paragraph, align, center. Let's say we will put it on the other way, right? Right. Within the H1 tag, right? Within the H1 tag, right? We will create this paragraph tag, right? So that is also not possible, no? You notice that, right? Now, let's say what will happen. Here we have started paragraph. H1 is here. Now you can notice this ordering also, right? H1 I started here. Paragraph started inside that H1. So before closing that H1, my paragraph should be finished, right? Paragraph should be finished, right? So that is what we call it as first in, last out. First in, last out, right? So this is came first, but when you are finishing, it is the last one. This is the latest one. So last in, right? First out, right? That is a policy here we are using, right? So let's say I'm saving. Let's go to the browser. What will be the output, right? Here now it is center. Now it is. So you can notice that even a simple mistake affect our output, right? Right. So this is one element. Okay, center we used it. Okay, right. Then we are going to use this paragraph tag, right? I will copy this one to make it more easily to get a paragraph, right? Actually, this may be not meaningful, but for me, so to show you how we can use it, just I put all these things. Now this is look like a paragraph. Let's say I am saving, then again go to browser. If you made any changes, you have to come to browser, then you have to see the output. Right, this is my output. Right, now I need a, let's say, paragraph under the paragraph, but this paragraph is this is here. You can notice that I have typed from here. This is entered here, then HTML started from new line, then going in a other way, going in a different way, not like the same appearance in the browser. Is it same? No, only 3 lines are there. There are 4 lines. Font sizes are different, right? And going here and there, right, like that. But if I need it one line by line, as in the text editor, we can use another tag is called pre-tag, right? What is the tag? We call it as pre-tag. This means whatever you typed it here, it will come as it is. For example, right? Here, this paragraph tag also no needed, right? You can type it as normal, right? So this is my first line, right? Okay. Then one line after that, I typed it, right? Right. This is my pre-tag. Okay. Even here, right? If you started something like here also, nothing will work. I will show you, right? Here also same thing I typed, but you can notice what is the difference. Right. This is under paragraph tag. I typed it. So for your here pre-tag, right? So here I have started pre-tag, then I have to close the pre-tag, right? So pre-tag closed, closing, there should be a slash. Okay, closed. Let's see. Save, Control S. You can notice that what is going to be here, what is going to be the down, right? Here, right? Earlier like this, even after I'm changing as a separate line, same thing is here. But this thing, you can notice that all 4 lines coming as a separate 4 lines, even with a different font, right? Font, of course, we have not decided. There is a default font. With that default font, that pre-tag display the text as we typing in the editor, right? That is, we call it as pre-tag. Understood? තේරුණාද මොකද දෙකේම වෙනස? paragraph tag කියන එකයි pre-tag කියන එක. Right. Then we have another tag, or before that, right? Before that, this body, I would like to colorful. I would like to make it as colorful, right? Then here for your body, you can make it as color, right? Or even background images, whatever it is, you can put it. So the body tag, I am going to introduce a attribute called bg color. Bg color equal, as I told you, it should be within inverted commas. So let's say here I am going to put it as a yellow one, right? Yellow. You can put the color name of the color, you can type it. Okay, I save it. Now I am going to the browser. Let's say what will be the output. Here. So how I make this one? So you have to, for your body tag, right? You have to give the color, or even color code is there, right? There are so many color codes, right? You can use the color code. How can you know the color code, right? Let's say I'm going to the browser, right? Browser. Let's say in my computer that right, HTML, right? Color code, right? Color codes, right? There is a easy ways, right? So you can, if you go to their HTML color codes website is there, HTML color codes website.com, right? When you hear this is the color panel, whatever the color you would like, if you click it there, you will get a code. This is the code, right? Even here also the same code is there. If you would like to use this color, you can copy this color code. You can copy this color code. Then you can go to your browser editor. Here, instead of putting the name, you can type it, color code, right? Let's save, right? When you go to the browser, right? Where is your output? This is the problem I'm facing, right? So when this switching there is coming here and there, right? Okay, second page here, right? Here, this is the color. The whole page will be in a separate color. Let's say you want to make it as a text color. How can you make it a text color, right? We will come back and there's a font color. We can change the font color. Then it will be text will be color, right? And before that, right? Let's say you want to make it a this area, only this area with a different color. This area with a different color or different formatting, everything. So we have another tag called div tag, right? Division. That means we can divide our document, right, into a separate section, right? So let's say here I put a div tag, right? div. Here I am going to close it here. Same way, div, right? div. For the div tag also, I can put a color. I can put a color. Let's say bg color equal. I'm going to put it as yellow for this one. Right. I am saving. Let's go to the browser. Then what will be the output? Why it's not coming? All right, right. They are the tag is different, right? The tag is different. Tag we have to tag is same tag, right? Div tag is okay, but the element, right? Element should be right, not like that one, right? We have to use it as style equal background then color. So you don't worry about this one, right? When you are starting, we have to remember this one. Thereafter, we have another editor. When you go to the editor, it will be changed. Right, style equal, right, background colon, then you have to put this color. Okay. So here it won't come for the this one here won't come, right? Something like this. Let's say save. Let's go to the browser. Here, right? So a part of the document you can make it as color with a different color. That is possible with a div tag, right? Div tag and the attribute called style, right? Within the style, you have to set your background, right? Then you can get a output like this. Okay, right. So we have to, I'm introducing different tags step by step, right? That is my purpose. So I'm introducing different tags, how we can use it. Right. Then let's say I am going to have some list. Right. Before that, we learned that website, no, right? Let's say here I want to put a website for more information. Let's say here I'm going to put it as, right? Okay, right. So a tag, anchor tag, href, right? That means a hypertext reference, right? href equal, what is that here? we have to put this is a means tag, href is an attribute, so we have to put it in inverted comma. So I can put it as www dot, right, cmb dot ac dot lk. This is Colombo University's website, right? Then after that, you have to put this won't be displayed in the browser. This won't be displayed because this is only for the command we are giving. What should be done when the user go to this area. Then here I am going to type form info, right? Visit our website for information, right? So I have to close this anchor tag, right? A tag I started, so I have closed the A tag. Let's say I'm saving. Let's see what will be the output of our coding. Here, this is the output. So whether it's showing the website address, no, it won't show you a web address, right? Because we have put this one, so we can click it there, right? Maybe we have to put all the component, HTTP and everything, we have to put it, right? So that of course, here you can put it as a HTTP, right? Then you have to commit as like this, right? Then it will be okay. Here, then it will be loading, right? So we have to show the full web address, then it will be loading, right? So that is a purpose of we are having href. So if you want to show your web address there, again web address උදාලා තියන්න ඕනේ, web address උඩින් click කරා නම් ඒකට යන්න ඕනේ, right? Then මේක මොකුත් කරන්න ඕනේ, you don't need to put these things. What you can do here also, you can type the same address, right? cmb.ac.lk. Then you will have the web address instead of any information. You will have the web address here. You can click it there here, and then you can click it. Then it will work, right? So that is the href with the anchor tag, right? So this is one way. Then another thing, this is actually outside component. We bring it to our document. Let's say some images I have to bring it. Let's say some image I have to bring it into my document, right? So that one img tag, image tag, right? img tag. Then attributes going to be src. That means source. src means source. You have to understand easily. You have to remember. So you can easily remember it when you follow up these meanings, right? Source, img, so image tag, source equal. Here within inverted comma, I have to put the image file name with extension. Image file name with extension, right? Let's say for my web page, I'm going to put a image, right? Let's say this image I'm going to put it, right? So I'll copy this image into my where for the web folder, right? It's going to be easy, right? Right, I put it here. So my file is img4 jpg is the extension, right? Image4 jpg is the extension. Then what should I do, right? In my editor here, this editor, right, I have to show it as .jpg, right? So I'll close it, right? Then it should be displayed. It should be displayed, right? Let's see what will happen, whether it's shows or we have to adjust anything, right? Let's see what will be the output. You can see the output, right? So, okay, right here. It's not there. Any error message is coming? Any error message are coming? No, nothing is coming there, right? So then if it is there is no error message, it may be difficult for you, no? How we can get to know that? What is that one? Why it's on display that one, right? img4.jpg, why it won't come? It should come.
Closing tag didn't give, no, sir.
No, this tag doesn't have a closing tag.
Why is that, sir? Because you from the very beginning you told us if there's any opening tag, you must have a closing tag too. But
No.
in the para also you
No.
didn't give. And here now.
No, I didn't tell all the thing, most of the thing, right? Most of the tag. Most of the tags should have it, but some of the tag doesn't have it, right? So if it is a
How do
paragraph,
you know this, sir?
that,
Carry on.
that is in practice you have to get to know, right?
And practice only.
Yeah, only because
There's
if
no
it,
method that
no
it is
method,
like
even for the paragraph tag, you can put
yeah.
it or you can omit it. Even without the paragraph tag also you can use it, but you have to know the consequences. If it's a continuous paragraph, the first paragraph you did some centering anything, it will affect all the paragraph, right? For example, here we put it a line center, no? If you have not closed it here, if you have not closed it here, it will affect all the texts because we have not closed the paragraph, no? That is the purpose we are putting there. For these images, actually there won't be any closing, no? We put up image, that's all, right? For this anchor tag, we put it there. Something is maybe sometimes it doesn't need. That is they are created like this, right? Let's see here. Let's check the what is the file name. We have any extension difference? Right. Show more properties. JPG, right? Same thing. So this here Saturday image4.jpg. I didn't save it. I think so, right? Whether I save that file document. Right here. It's a small mistake, right? So I didn't save the document. So here the display, you can notice the display. So if you want to get this image under the reference, what you have to do? These are the things you have to know. What you have to do? Then here I have to break it. Oh, I have to put a new paragraph, no? Then only it will come to another line. Otherwise, it won't come, right? If I save it, now let's go to the browser. Now here it is coming under that. So sometimes this image, you need a different size. Maybe the big picture can come. Here it's a small picture, doesn't matter. Sometimes it will be the picture will be a big one. So you have to adjust your height and the width, right? Those are attributes. Here you can put it. Where under the SRC source, then here you can put it as width, right? Let's say this is a small one. So I need a width of let's say 200, right? Then height equal, that is also let's say 300. Oh, it's the other way, no? Right here, let's say height is 200 and width is 300. Right. So let's say save. Then we go to the browser. Now a little bigger, right? So if you want to make, if you want to see the difference, I'll make it as this one as 400, right? Save. Your image may be not in a proper way. Anyway, here, this is, so you can adjust it, right? Height and the width. So what is the scale here? 200 and 400, these things are, we are calling that screen, this screen sizes, we call it as, if it is a HT, 1080 into 768, or sometimes we call it as 800 into 600, right? So likewise, we can put it. If you are not compound to that particular size, you can put the percentage here. Let's say here, I'm going to put it as 200, because my image is smaller one, so I will put it as 200%, right? Height also, I'm going to put it as 200%, because I want to make it as bigger one, right? So save it. Let's go to browser. Here, this is 200% big image, right? If you want to make it smaller, you can make it here, right? Let's say 100%, right? So this one also 100%, right? Save. Then what will be the output? What is output? 100% mean exactly your screen, right? Maybe my screen is different, maybe other one screen is different. So exactly your screen size is the 100%. If you want to half the screen, what you can do? Here you can put it as 50%, right? So that is a IMG tag, right? So height, width, you can adjust it. This one also, right? Okay. Then here I need another. I'll put a break here. So you will get a. If it is a break, is what will happen? The same thing. You will get a space there, right? So paragraph also like, but paragraph, if you put one thing, even if you increase the paragraph repeatedly, right, you won't get that much of space, right? Okay, here I want to put another heading, right? Another heading called listing. Let's say I'm going to introduce numbering and bullets, number and bullets, right? Number and bullets. Number bullets alter word we can use another term. What is that? If it is a number, there is an order. So we can give it as a, if it is a common name is list, right? So we can give it as a, if order is there, so ordered list. For the bullets, we don't have any order, right? Because we can't identify the importance, right? So that is, we call it as unordered list. Ordered list and unordered list. There are two types, right? So same structure we will use it, right? Ordered list, unordered list, right? So I'll show you right here. Ordered list means we will put it as OL. What is that? We put it as OL, right? OL, ordered list. This is a tag. Then we have to close it as OL. Then in between these things, let's say I have 3 items, right? 3 type of computers, HP, Dell, Asus is there, right? Then I have to give one by one as list items, LI, right? Then another LI, then another LI, list item. This list item tag also should be closed, right? Here, let's say HP, right? Then I'm going to close the LI, right? Close the LI. Here, let's say Dell. Then I am going to close the LI, right? So next one, let's say ASUS, right? I'm going to close it, right? ASUS. Then list item going to be closed, right? So let's say I'm saving. This is a ordered list. If it is an unordered list, that means we don't have any number, but we should put some bullets there. Then we will call it a UL, unordered list. What is that? UL, unordered list, right? So how can we use that? This is also same way. We can put if it is the first item, then we have to put the LI, list item. Let's say here I'm going to put it as software producers, right? Or OSS, Windows, right? Then I have to close the list item. Then again, second list item, right? Let's say Ubuntu. This is a second list item. So I have to close the list item. Third one, another list item is there. Let's say this one is going to be Mac OS, right? Then this also I'm going to close it, list item. Now you can understand that this is the ordered list and unordered list, right? So let's say I'm going to put a heading here, right? So in my display also it will come, right? So how can I put it? Let's say here I'm going to put it as H3, right? A small heading, right? Ordered list, right? Then I have closed the H3. Here I am going to put the another heading H3 also, that is also H3, right? For your understanding, I'm putting, right? Unordered list, or let's say bullets. Oh no, we will put as it is, unordered list, right? So this is going to be H3, right? Now I am saving my file. This is the input. Let's see what is the output, right? Here you can notice what is coming there, right? You can notice that now ordered list. Then HP, Dell, Asus is coming is 1, 2, 3. Whether I put the number? No, I didn't put the number, right? It's coming as per our order. If I put it OL, it put the numbering. If I put the UL, it doesn't put any number. It automatically put the bullets, right? Bullets and numbering. So if we need to change this 1, 2, 3, just that's of course we can do it, right? That of course we can do it. Anything you want to clarify up to this? Because I can't see your output, right? So you have to interact with me whether it's okay or you have to repeat it or anything, right?
So can you explain bullet list, how it came and what the command you gave?
UL. Here this is on.
UL.
Yeah, unordered list, right?
Yes.
Unordered list. If we needed a number, we call it as ordered list. So we will put OL, right? So it will come as OL. With the OL, we are putting list items.
Mhm.
With the UL, we are putting list item. Then it's coming as a unordered list, right? Even for the ordered, if I put attribute as type, right? Let's say type equal. I put a within inverted comma, I put it as type A. Let's see what will happen the output, right? What will be the output? Let's see, right? Here, what is that? A, B, C, D is there. So you can change it, right? You can change the numbering system also. If you want ABCD, you can put the ABCD. If you want, if you not put anything standard, it will come with a number, right? Here also you have the type called disk and everything is there. For the moment, if you know that you can put this one, that's enough. Okay, right, right. Then I'm going to introduce another thing, right? Let's say this is okay, ordered list okay, list is okay. I would like to create a table, right? I would like to create a table. How can I create a table? To create a table, before creating table, I'm going to close this file. Then only you will know how to editing, right? So I'm going to my browser. So going to the file where I saved my folder. I already told you that if you double click it, you can't edit it. If you want to edit it, then you have to right click, then open with, you have to go to the notepad. There are so many editors. For example, in my computer, I have a Visual Studio Code, right? If I click it there, you can see it has come as a nice way here. You can notice that with different colors. Here, right? Here with different colors, right? It will show you in a nice way, so you can easily edit it, right? This is an HTML editor, right? Separately, we have to download and we have to install these HTML editors, right? So now what we are using? We are using the standard Notepad application. So Notepad application doesn't have any specific feature, right? So you can open and you can do it, right? So for the table, right, as we did here, right, different what is called listing items, right? Excuse me.
Yeah, I got the screen again.
You can't see the screen, right? Okay, okay,
Yes.
fine. Right, okay. As we did it here, we identified something, right? That is mean the oil, then list item, something we identified, then put it like that. So for a table also, you know what are the specific features of table? You know that there is a column is there, rows there, right?
Yes.
So with the columns and rows, we are creating a table. So same thing here also we are going to do it, right? So if you want to start a table, first thing you have to start the table tag, right? Table, sorry, right? You have to start as table tag, right? Then if you started a table tag, definitely it should be closed with the table, right? Tag. Okay. Then inside the table, right, we have to create rows. Okay. That means we are creating TR, right? Then if there's a TR, then that TR should be closed. This is a table row, finishing of table row. That is the meaning of this TR, right? Table row. Then this is a one row, right? I need a 2 or 3, right? Let's say here, 4 rows are there. I created 4 rows. Now in my table, do I have any columns? No, still I don't have any column. Only row, I put it as a table, then I put it 4 rows. If I needed a column, then I have to put inside this tr tag, right? So in my first row, I need one data, table data. For the column, we call it as table data, one data, table data, right? Let's say I'm going to close this as table data, right? Then second, the first row, one, the same row, I need another data to be put it there, right? So table data. So I'm going to show you the structure, then only we are inserting the whatever the component, right? Then again, I think I need another column, right? So I'll put it as here also, table data, right? Then I have to close the table data, right? Right? TD. Let's say I'm saving, I'm going to the browser to see the output. Why is that? My second page. Okay. Table tr. Let's say I'm going to type something because still we have not typed it, so we can't see that output in there, right? So let's say I'm typing something, then let's see what will be the output, right? So this is my first data and second data and third data in the first row, right? Save it. I'm going to the browser. Now you can notice here something is coming. Something is coming. There is no border, anything. Something is coming. So our table creation is correct. Table creation is correct, right? So we have to put some data, then it will automatically display there. But the border is not displaying. Let's see what we can do it, right? So let's say here, this one, I'm going to put it as first one, let's say heading, name. Then let's say a district. Let's say here, then telephone, right? So these are the detail I'm going to put it. So this is first row, my table, first row going to be name, district, and telephone. So under that, first name should be there, right? First person name should be appear under the name, right? So we are here, we are creating in a other way. You have to memorize it, what we are going to do. Then second row, right? First data going to be name, right? Let's say Ramesh, that person's name, right? So table data finish. The second row, second column, district, let's say Goal, right? Then the table data finish. Second row, third column, table data, here telephone number. Let's say here node 7677 or whatever it is, right? Number, then table data, closing, right? Then third row, here also, right? Third row, I would like to put some data. So let's say I'm copying this one. That is the easiest way, right? Here also I need some table data, right? Then after fourth row also I need some table data, right? So the here third row, first row, second row, third row. And I'm going to change the name as, let's say Pereira. Here Colombo, right? Some other number, not 11, right? 23, right? Okay. This person, let's say Sujit, right? He is from Jaffna. right? Here, let's say some other number, not 77, right? Okay, right. Now you can notice that this is my first row, something like heading. Then second row, I have one data, and third row, one data, and fourth row, one data. When you study access, you will get this pattern, because in your Word, you don't fill this one, because we are normally filling the all column and then go to them. In access also, if it is one data will have all these things, right? So something like here also, the same pattern. One data, it will have all the things, right? Right. I save it. Then when I go to the browser, here, now you can notice that how it is coming. But what is the problem? You don't have the border, right? You don't have the border. Then you didn't have the proper scaling, how it could be the table width and the height, right? Then first thing, I'm going to put the width, right, equal, let's say 100%, as we did earlier, right? Right. Then we go to browser, then we see what will happen. And now you can notice that it is spreaded all over the page, right? So that is 100%. So let's say I will make it as 50%. That's all, right? My width is enough, because height I don't want it, because it's automatically set it. If you want, you can set it, right? Then border. This is one attribute for the table tag. Then another attribute, border, right? Now its border is not there. So border equal within inverted comma 1. That means a single scale, right? So let's say what will happen. And now you can notice here 50%, right? It's reduced to half of the page. Then your data are displayed there. So now table, we can create it. Even within this table, you can put whatever things. If you want to put an image, of course you can put it. Where? Right? Under the table data, right? Under the TD, you can put an image. What is the command? Already you know that. What is the tag? IMG tag. IMG tag. If you put the IMG, if you put the let's say this person's photo there, then we can put it as IMG tag. Then the photo will be displayed there. Okay. Right. So this is the way you can get the table to your page. Right. So there are some adjustments there, right? That means additional attributes, you can use it. Even the background you can change, color you can change, even border style. There are a lot of things are there, right? So for your basic understanding, we are only dealing this with one. If you go to the some browser, some application, there you have the most facilities. We can change the background and everything, right? One more thing should be know here. Let's say your name, district, and telephone. Now how it is appearing here? Same as the text, no? There is no difference. But when you are doing in the Word, what will you do? Normally, you will highlight, you will bold the text, or you will shade the color or something, you will do it, right? So let's say what we can do. So I will change this as TH. Instead of TD, I am changing as TH, right? TH. TH means table header. That means this is a heading, right? So we call it as table header. So when you go to the browser here, right? Here, even I didn't ask to center it, but it's automatically centered and it's coming, right? Automatically centered and it's displaying a bold text, right? Okay, right. Then what else you need, right, for your lesson, right? Wait a moment. I'll see what are the other things you needed, right? So div style, okay, mark you, right, okay, line, okay, table, row, okay, list items, okay, right. Right. So here, these are the basic idea of to create a web page. So with these things, you can design your web page, right? It's a very easy task. You can do it with your browser, and with the available text editor, you can create whatever the thing, right? So if you align, sometimes you may feel that this document is not very well formatted. Let's say, for example, you want to put this order list this side, unordered list this side, right? Right? Maybe you would like to put a image here, one image, one or two or three or four image into one row, right? Three or four image into one row, right? So those things actually you have to think and design. Let's say I need a three or four image into one row. What you can do? You can create a table. You can divide it into. You can
Three
divide
images. We can
three.
make a 3 images.
Yeah, you can put the three images, but if you
Yeah.
put it in the simple way, it will come repeatedly. For example, here, right? My image is somewhere right here, right? So I'll remove this width and height for the moment. So because it's a big one, right? Save it, right? I'm putting the same image again and again, right? 3 times I put it there. Let's say save. Let's see the output. What will be the output? Now here it's coming as one line, right? So you can think, right? So if you put it like this, sometime let's say you need a in between, you need a break. This should become this side, and at the mid you need a text. What you can do? You can create a one row, one table with only one row, right? Within that row, you can use it only one data. First, left hand side data to put the image. The second data will be the something you are typing. The third data will be the again the image, right? So you can decide. Here also, this is one thing is ordered list, another thing is unordered list. If you want to put it left and right side in a same line, how you can do it, right? How you can do it? You can go to here, right? Let's say here I'm going to introduce a table, right? So let's say table, right? Sorry, table. You have to be careful in the spelling, right? Right. Under the table, right? I'm going to finish it after this one, right? Okay, right. I'm going to finish it after this one, table. That means after finishing my list, right? Right. Under the table, first thing what is that? What should do be there? TR, right? Under the TR, only one TR is there, right? Only one TR, because I would like to put it in one line. So here, after where should be completed that TR? TR should be closed here, because only one row I am going to use it. Under the TR, I am going to put it one TD, right? Under the TD, this is coming. Then
Yeah.
I am finishing my TD here, somewhere here, right? Sorry, somewhere here I am finishing my TD. Then again I put one TD, right? Then starting unordered list. After displaying this unordered list, I am going to close my TD. Now you can basic structure, you can notice that, right? How it is that we start a table tag and we put the tr tag. Under tr we have both td. Let's say save it. I'm going to the browser to see the output. Here, this is coming, but unfortunately it's coming look like together. So I need a space there, right? I need a space there. Then what we can do, as we did it for the table, you can increase the width, right? That is the easiest way. You can increase the width, right? So what you can do for this table, I can put the width equal, right? Here also, let's say 50% or 100%, let's say, then it will be divided into actually two, right? Save. Now I am going to the browser. Here, ordered list there, unordered list this side. Likewise, you have to think how we can use it, right? So for the image, right, this is the image. Let's say I need a something like a video like thing. Let's say what we call it as, especially we call it as animated image or GIF, right? So when you go to the browser, let's say browser, let's say I'm going to search for a image, right? Any GIF flower, right? Flower, but I need a GIF image, right? So I search it as GIF. So when you go to this image, right? This image will be a GIF, right? That means it has some animation there. It's something like blooming here, right? So if I want to save this one, right? I'm going to save this, right? Save image. I'll save it under my web folder. Then it's going to be easy. Start web, right? Flower. Save it. Now in my document, in my HTML document, I am going to use that one, right, into the document, right? So how can I use it? Let's say here, before this one, I'm going to use it as same tag, img tag, src equal, what is that? Flower, right? Flower dot, what should be there? Now we have to put GIF, GIF, because my image type is GIF, right? So if I save it, if I go to the browser, where is my file? Here, my second, right? Here. So it's same tag we are using, but different type of file type, different file type, right? So this is also image, but in a different way. You have another options called even the YouTube video, you can bring it into here, right? There are options there, embedded code, you can get it directly, you can put it. This is one image, right? Like things you have to think and you have to design, right? Any questions? Okay, because
yeah.
Ken.
අපි දැන් අර ලිව්වනේ wanted unwanted items කියලා මට දැන් ඒකට හිතෙනවා ඒකටත් table එකක් දාන්න ඕනේ කියලා මම ඒ command එක ඒකේ යටින් දැම්මත් කමක් නැද්ද
මොකද්ද
command මම දැන් මට මේකත් table එකක් හදන්න ඕනේ ordered list and unordered list ඒකටත් table එකක් ගන්න ඒ table command එක දෙන්න මම ඒ දැන් ordered unordered command ටික ලිව්ව tag ලිව්වනේ ඒ tag එක යටින් ලිව්වත් එනවද table එක?
ඔව් ඒක
ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ.
ඔව් මම දැන් ඒක ඇතුළේනේ දාගන්න ඕනේ. ඒ කියන්නේ මගේ මේ ordered list unordered list කියන ඒකට තියෙන command ටික මේ td එක ඇතුළේ එන්න ඕනේ.
right.
ඒකයි ප්‍රධානම. දැන් td එක ඇතුළේ එක data එකක් විදියට අපි දානවා ඒ unordered list එක. right? එහෙම දැම්මා නම් අවුලක් නැහැ. දැන් ඔයා ටේබල් එක මේ හදලා තියෙන ටේබල් එක පල්ලේ යනොත් හදන්න පුළුවන් උඩට දාන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. right?
ඒකේ ඕඩ එකක් නෑ දැන් අපි දැන් සාමාන්‍ය ෆස්ට් එකට අපි HTML ඊට පස්සේ head ඊට පස්සේ body ඔය විදිහට නේ ගියේ ඕඩ එකක් තියෙනවානේ ඒ
Oh.
විදිහේ ඕඩ එකක් මේ not
No,
giving
no,
here
no, 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 there is no. If you are putting anything under the body tag, it will be displayed, right? Under the body tag, only the, even the body tag should be there. Typing is depend on you. If you are familiar with that one, you can type it after some time also, body tag. But the problem is, if you have a HTML document, the head tag, body tag should be there. So better you type it at the first. Then otherwise you can't see the output. No, that's what we are telling the order, because actually there is no order. You can type it. Yeah, you can type it whatever you want. After that you can type the HTML or body tag, but it should be there. That is a purpose, right?
Sir, one more thing, sir. දැන් අර page එකේ පටන් ගන්න එක tab එකේ command එක දුන්නානේ tab command එක අන්තිමට දුන්නානේ අවශ්‍ය නැහැ කියලා. එතකොට free එකේ page free type edit කරනකොට ඒකේ දුන්නේ ඇයි? මේකේ ඒ වගේම දෙයක් නෙවුනේ.
free එකේද?
ඔව් ඒකේ දුන්නා
free එක අනිවාර්යෙන් දුන්නේ free එක start කරලා free එක මම close කරානේ. ඒකනේ ආන්නේ නේ.
yes.
ඔව්.
close tag එක දුන්නා. අරකට දුන්නේ නැහැ.
ඔව් අරකට දුන්නේ නැහැ. paragraph tag කියන එක normal එකක්, right? so ඒකනේ type කරපු එක ඒ විදිහට වෙනවා. හැබැයි දැන් pre tag කියන එක ඇතුලේ මම මේ ටික type කරා නම් pre tag එක ඇතුලේ මේ ටික type කරා නම් මට display වෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? මේ type කරපු දේ තමයි එතනට display වෙන්නේ. image එකක් display වෙන්නේ නැහැ.
right.
තේරුණානේ? මම pre tag එක ඇතුලේ මොනාරි type කරත් මේක ඇතුලේ මොනා type කරත් මට ඒක text එකක් විදිහට තමයි අරගෙන යා අතෙන්ට display කරන්නේ. එයා command එකක් විදිහට tag එකක් විදිහට ගන්නෙ. හරිද? ඒ නිසා තමයි ඒක වෙනම close කරේ ඒක. right? Right, that's all. I have to have it in the introduction, right? So you try it, right? Try to create this page, and you try to create another page also, right? Same thing, using your own idea, you get something and you try to create it, right? There are a few other things you have to learn to how to connect those pages and everything, right? So that one I will use the web editor, that's the Dreamweaver, right? Dreamweaver application. Do you all have the Dreamweaver application?
I don't have, sir.
You don't have. What about others?
No, sir.
Don't have. Right. Then if you are not having a Dreamweaver application, we may face difficulties to do it, right? So I will show you how you can download this application, right? So it's actually not the free software, it's a paid software, but there are ways to, I will show you to download the application and you can still use it as a trial version, right? So first you have to go getintopc.com, right? I'm directly saying the website address, getintopc.com. By get into PC, right? This one, getintopc.com, right? So there is no space, it should be one word, getintopc.com, right? There in your right hand side, here search button is there. You type it Adobe Dreamweaver, right? CS6, right? This is the smallest one, that's what I'm giving, CS6. There are latest version, there are so many versions, but it may be bigger size, and also it have some problems also, right? So Adobe Dreamweaver CS6, just click go. No results. Maybe my spelling Adobe Dreamweaver. Anyway, it's showing here now, right? So I will delete this one. Just put Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver. Now it's coming, right? Dreamweaver CS6. Right. Dreamweaver CS6. When you type there here, this will come, right? So click on this Dreamweaver CS6 free download. Click it there, right? Then when you go down, right? Slowly go down, right? This is the application we are going to use it. So go down, right? Then you will have a download button, right? Here, right? System requirements, everything is there, right? When you go down, here, right? You have download, two buttons are there. This is also download, this is also download, right? This is some fixing, right? That means if you have the trial version, we can make it as without purchasing, we can make it as a normal application. That is a fixing, right? If you need it, you can download it, you can use it. I'll show you after downloading only we can have this one. Right now, if I told this, nothing will work, right? Now you click on this one, first download button, right? It will take you some time and it will download the file, right? For example, if I click it there, now here your requested file can on the way, right? Then sometimes it will show you some here some red color lines. Don't worry, you don't worry. Here they also said that don't worry, your download will start, right? Here in my computer I have put some downloading manager, so it will coming there. So you can, if you doesn't have anything, it will automatically download it. Here you will, in your bottom line, you will see that downloading buttons there, right? If it is ask you to save it, you save it, right? You save it, then you will get a file with a 283 MB. Here you can notice that 283 MB, right? After downloading, you have to do something on RAR. It's coming as a zip file. Then you have to unzip and then you have to install, right? I hope you understand the pardon?
Tell me last what you said.
Unzipping, right?
Repeating.
Right, unzipping, right? So unzipping means, right, when you download any file in the web, normally they put it as a zipped version, right? For example, here, right? This is a zip version. If you want to unzip it, double right click, then you can go to here, extract file. You have to extract it, right? Or in the Windows version, it will coming as a unzipping, right? Or if you double click it, it will ask you to extract, right? So you try to download it. If you have any problem, right? Next class, before we starting, I have to see that whether you can able to install it or whether it's working. Otherwise, it's no point. We are having that practical. Okay. Anyway, this link for this whatever the website link, I will share with you in the group so you can download it, right? So it will be easy for you. Rather than searching, I will share with you this link, and I hope there will be many video instruction how to install and everything. I will if search it from the YouTube, if it is there, I will share with you all. Okay. Okay, then